Shohei Ohtani, born July 5, 1994, Oshu, Japan, Japanese professional baseball pitcher and designated hitter, DH, who established himself as the sport's greatest two-way player in a century following his Major League Baseball (MLB) debut in 2018. In 2021, he became the first player in Major League history to be named an All-Star as both a pitcher and a position player. Born July 5, 1994, Oshu, Japan, age 29. Ohtani was born into a baseball-loving family, and both he and his elder brother, Ryuta, were introduced to the sport at an early age. By the time Shohei entered high school, he had become one of the hardest-throwing teen pitchers in Japan, and, by the time he was 17 years old, his top speed had reached a remarkable 99 miles, 159 kilometers, per hour. Standing 6 feet 5 inches, 1.96 meters, tall, Ohtani was drawing the attention of scouts from all over the world by the time he graduated high school, and he was labeled one of the most exciting Japanese prospects in decades. Despite his insistence that he wanted to join MLB immediately, he was drafted by the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters as the first overall pick of the 2012 Nippon Professional Baseball (NPB) draft. During a series of meetings with officials from the franchise, Ohtani was persuaded to sign, after they argued that the best Japanese major leaguers developed domestically instead of in the notoriously demanding American minor league system and, more importantly, after they promised that he could both pitch and hit for the Ham Fighters. Ohtani was an immediate sensation in the NPB and, because of his popularity, he was voted into the All-Star game during his rookie season. Despite posting mediocre statistics as both a hitter and a pitcher, he had a .238 batting average and a 4.23 earned run average ERA that season. Playing in the outfield and pitching, Ohtani improved over the years as he added muscle to his previously slim frame and began hitting the mammoth home runs that would become his signature. In 2015, he led the NPB with a 2.24 ERA, and the following year he had his best NPB season, not only posting the best ERA in the league, 1.86, but also leading the Ham Fighters to Pacific League and Japan Series championships. Ohtani had by this point proved that he could play in the major leagues and, after playing one more NPB season, in 2017, he pursued a deal with Major League Baseball. Ohtani was courted by all 30 MLB teams and ultimately signed with the Los Angeles Angels in December 2017. Since the Angels play in the American League, AL, and use the designated hitter position, Ohtani would be able to pitch and bat as the DH on his pitching off days, which would make him the first full-time two-way MLB player in almost a century. As the most anticipated Japanese player to join MLB since Ichiro Suzuki in 2001, Ohtani was under immense pressure to live up to his billing. He did so, batting .285 and hitting 22 home runs while also posting a 3.31 ERA in 10 games as a starting pitcher and thereby winning the AL Rookie of the Year award for his play. He underwent Tommy John surgery on his right pitching elbow in the following off-season and hence was restricted to playing DH in 2019. He returned to pitching during the COVID-19 shortened 2020 season, but he struggled in his 2 starting appearances, and he batted just .190 in 44 games that year. In 2021, however, Ohtani bounced back tremendously, turning in one of the most historic seasons in MLB history. He batted .257 with 46 home runs and 100 RBIs as well as starting 23 games as a pitcher and posting a 3.18 ERA with 156 strikeouts. He was named an All-Star at both of his positions and was unanimously chosen to receive the AL Most Valuable Player award at the season's end. American baseball team. Also known as Anaheim Angels, Angels of Major League Baseball, California Angels, Los Angeles Angels. Written by, fact-checked by. Last updated, November 6, 2023. Article history. Recent news. November 6, 2023, 9:04 p.m. Eastern Time. AP Ohtani and Texas teammates Seager Semien are AL MVP finalists. NL trio is Acuna, Betts, Freeman. Los Angeles Angels, American professional baseball team based in Anaheim, California, that plays in the American League AL. The Angels won a World Series title in 2002, their first appearance in the Fall Classic. Awards and honors, World Series, 2002. Date, 1961-present. Headquarters, Anaheim. Areas of involvement, baseball. Related people, Nolan Ryan, Andres Galarraga, Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, Luis Tyant. The Angels began play in 1961 as one of two expansion teams with the Washington Senators, awarded by Major League Baseball that season baseball's first additions to either of the two major leagues in 60 years. The Angels were originally based in Los Angeles and were owned by singing cowboy Gene Autry. The team was renamed the California Angels in 1965 and 1966 after 5 seasons in Los Angeles, which included a winning year. In just their second season of play, they relocated to nearby Anaheim. Aramis Ramirez, number 16 of the Chicago Cubs, watches the ball leave the ballpark against the Cincinnati Reds. Major League Baseball MLB. Britannica quiz. Baseball. Before the 1972 season, the Angels traded 6-time All-Star shortstop Jim Fregosi for future Hall of Fame pitcher Nolan Ryan, who went on to throw 4 of his record 7 career no-hitters in an Angels uniform and contributed to the team's first playoff berth in 1979, on a team managed by Fregosi. The Angels made the playoffs again in 1982 and 1986. But the team failed to advance to the World Series each season after losing series leads of 2 games to none and 3 games to 1, respectively. The Angels endured another notable collapse in 1995, squandering a record 111/2-game divisional lead over the Seattle Mariners with 6 weeks left in the season. In 2002, the team, then known as the Anaheim Angels, won their first playoff series as they advanced to the World Series, led by sluggers Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon, and Troy Glaus. The Angels won a dramatic 7-game series over the San Francisco Giants that featured 4 contests that were decided by 1 run. With the addition of perennial All-Star Vladimir Guerrero in 2004, along with the continued development of young pitchers such as Francisco Rodriguez, the Angels became a yearly playoff contender, winning division titles in 2004, 2005, 2007, 2008, and 2009, and one of baseball's best teams through the end of the first decade of the 21st century, but they did not match the postseason success of the 2002 Angels squad in those seasons. In 2005, the team changed its name to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The Angels made one of the biggest free agent additions in baseball history prior to the 2012 season when they signed 3-time most valuable player Albert Pujols to a 10-year contract. Pujols was joined by early season call-up Mike Trout, who went on to produce one of the greatest rookie campaigns in baseball history, but, despite the added offensive firepower, the Angels failed to qualify for the postseason in 2012. That loaded Angels team broke through in 2014, winning a Major League Best 98 games during the regular season, but the team was surprisingly swept by the Kansas City Royals in its AL Division Series. In 2015, the Angels missed out on a second consecutive postseason by 1 game but fell off to a 4th-place finish the following year. During this time, the team also dropped of Anaheim from its name. After the 2016 season, the Angels entered into an extended period of losing.